All right, good afternoon, everybody. My name is David Kloiber. I'm the Associate Director for Operations and Outreach here at the University of South Florida in Tampa, and I am joined by my coworker and colleague, Stephen Harris. Stephen, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey everyone, my name is Stephen Harris. I work over on the University of South Florida St. Petersburg campus managing their housing and operations here.
All right, so you've all joined us, and we're here to talk to you a little bit about living on campus and what it means to be a bull. And I'm going to try to advance to the next slide. Let's see if I can do that. And I'm not able to. Let me see if there's another control. I think I see it. All right, I did it. All right. Okay, so we have 5 basic steps for living on campus at USF, and we have them broken out by each campus. And so I'll start off with the Tampa campus. You complete your online application through the housing portal, which is available through either My USF, through the Tampa housing website, or the St. Pete housing website. You'll submit your $50 application fee. Once you're assessed a fee, your application will be assessed a $50 application fee the very next business day. And once you submit your application fee, you also need to make sure that you've submitted your immunizations and that you've reserved your orientation session. And then finally, at the Tampa campus, you can log in and select your room. Now, room selection will only go until June 30th for the fall, and up to June 1st for the second half of summer. And so make sure you get everything done early enough. And I'll let Stephen take over for the St. Pete campus.
Thanks, Dave. Yeah, very similar requirements and procedures over on the St. Petersburg campus as well. As Dave has pointed out, you will log into your housing portal to complete the application, which you can find in all of the areas that he had said. One of the differences is we do stress that you just make sure that admissions deposit is paid up front before you get into getting a room and picking your space, because that will prevent you down the line, along with your immunizations and your orientation registration. Those 3 main things will prevent you from being able to select a space. So after you submit your application, make sure that those are your top priority. Once you get those 3 things submitted and you get good feedback from each of those departments, you can schedule an appointment with us, and we do all of that over the phone or via Teams like we are now. So you would just reach out to our department at your earliest convenience for that.
All right, great. So now we're going to move on. Obviously, we're a little biased. We work for housing and we think it's great to live on campus, but there are definitely some advantages to living on campus that maybe you've never thought about. Those who live on campus are better connected. They have a real sense of community. They're living the college experience on campus, and so they tend to learn more, and of course they make those lasting friendships. I know that I have friends that I still talk to 30 or more years. I know you can't believe it. I've been out of school for 30 years, but I still talk to my friends that I met a long, long time ago in a galaxy far away. And those folks that I met in college, they attended my wedding, even though it was a dozen years later, and they're still my friends today. Safety, no one can ever guarantee safety, but safety on a college campus is one of our primary responsibilities. And so we use card access to access your building. You'll only have access to your building, not to your friend's building. And so you use your ID card to swipe into your building. We have University Police on our campus, and we have the blue light phones, which are visible. If you're at one blue light phone, you can see the next one. So if you ever have a problem, you can always jump on one of those phones and call for assistance. In addition to our safety and the feeling of community you get by living on campus, we have extra academic resources. And so we have faculty and residents at the Tampa campus, and they actually are very brave faculty members because they actually live on campus, not with you in your room. That would be a little creepy, but they would actually live with your student in the same building, maybe on the first floor, and you may see them in the building with their families because their families live with live with them. We also have faculty fellows that are like faculty and residents, but they don't actually live on campus. And then we also do things that are such as house calls, where staff go to the residence halls, go to where the students are in order to talk to them about how are they doing in their first semester here at USF, and how can we help you prepare for your second semester by giving your students advice about what classes to take and how to register. We also have those who live on college campuses, even if it's only for 1 year, they actually tend to graduate more often than those who have never lived on a college campus. In addition to the graduation rates, they also not just graduate more often, but they graduate faster than those who never live on college campus. We do final reviews and skill workshops in the residence halls all the time. We have the Achievable program. So maybe your student maybe they didn't perform very well in their fall semester. We will invite them back early in the spring on our dime to say, hey, what can we do? What kind of workshops can we put on to help you be more successful in your second semester here at USF? And then finally, we have learning communities, themed housing, and residential community programs at both campuses where students who maybe are part of a similar major or they have a similar interest can live together, experience life together, and experience their interests together. I know that St. Pete has a very popular one called Puppy Love. And if there's an opportunity, I'm sure Stephen would love to talk more about some of the residential programs there. But we have some very robust learning communities here on both campuses, and we're really excited to be able to offer those to all of our students. So here are some important housing dates. I'm going to let Stephen take over.
Yeah, so these are going to be some of the bigger dates that you and your families should focus on. These are going to be the move-in dates for the upcoming terms, so primarily the summer and for the academic year terms. So for this slide, we're going to be focusing on summer. As you can see, it will be delineated whether a date is specific for Tampa as opposed to St. Petersburg. So if you don't see that delineation next to the date, you can assume that both campuses will be moving in on that day. So for example, for summer A, B, and C, we will align on both campuses with the date. The only thing that may stray would be times. So for the St. Petersburg campus, I can offer that the times for check-in will be between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. on those days. And I will defer to Dave after this for his specific times if he has anything different. But again, as you can kind of map out here, anything that doesn't have a St. Petersburg token or a Tampa only token, you can assume that no matter what campus you're coming to, you will have to be prepared for that date. So there will be further instructions, both emailed to your USF student accounts as well as posted to both our web pages under the move-in information tabs.
All right. And so now we'll move on to the next slide, which should be our fall dates. And here are the important dates for the fall and spring. August 18th through 20th is our move-in dates by appointment only for St. Petersburg. We will have appointments at the Tampa campus as well, but we have not determined exactly what those dates will be. Most students should be prepared to move in on or after August 19th, which is the start date for both campuses for the housing assignments. A great date if maybe you're on the fence right now about living on campus for the fall. We do offer the spring only application that will begin being available on September 1st. And then your students are probably going to be having a great time. They're going to be looking forward to the following year, believe it or not. And so we do have those applications ready to launch hopefully on November 15th if all goes well. November 25th through 26th is Thanksgiving break. The halls do remain open. So it's really important to tell you about the Thanksgiving and the spring break. We do remain open for those times. So if you have a student who says, I need $2,000 to go away on a spring break, you can tell them, no, the buildings are open and you can save that money. And you can go on your own spring break and leave your kid here at college. We'll take care of them. But on December 10th, be prepared to pick up your student and bring them home. Sorry, you do have to bring them home. And then you get to send them back to campus on January 8th for the spring move-in. And again, room selection for the following year will be in February and March. And then spring break, and then we'll be sending your student home on May 6th. So be prepared, know these dates, because it's really important to save yourself some time, some money, and some anxiety, because I have 3 kids, and our students don't always tell us what's happening, and to be prepared for something new that might be going on in the upcoming days. And so here's the steps for moving in, and I'm going to let my co-partner there, Stephen, take over and read on for these, because I think St. Pete's got most of their information already figured out.
Yeah, so move in, some of the most important things really just from the top is going to be checking those move-in pages and checking those emails in your USF student email accounts, because that's going to be where the most robust information is going to be held. For the St. Petersburg campus, we do a central check-in location, which as you start to explore our move-in page, you'll find a little bit more information about that. But all of your students will show up to one location. They'll receive their keys for their room as well as the ID card. And the most important thing about the ID card that you need to know is you do need to order that ID card ahead of time so it can be waiting here. That's very important, because if you don't and you show up to move in without your ID card ordered, it could take 3 to 4 hours before you can actually get into the building. So that will leave you and your families sitting on the road basically waiting to move in when you could have kind of streamlined everything ahead of time. So follow all the instructions in the My Bulls path to get those ID cards ordered, and when you arrive to move in, we'll get you them, and that's going to be your swipe access into the buildings, as well as your basically access card to everything on campus that you'll need to use. So as we said earlier, we will be by appointment only. So there will be a check-in process in the portal where you can sign up for your date and time, and that's going to reserve your space to actually come to campus, where we'll be ready for you at the table to get you everything you need to get into your actual room. There will be some COVID testing requirements and stuff that will go out at a later date, so please pay attention to those, because those are going to be posted to the website as well as emailed out by Student Health Services to inform you and your families of what you'll need to do in relation to COVID in order to actually gain access to the campus. And then once you're here, get your keys and your ID card. It's all up to you and your families to get into the room. We give you as much time as you need, but we do ask that you show up during your allotted time that you sign up for.
So we had a couple of questions come in during the important dates. No, we do not make your student move out all their belongings for the winter break. They can leave their belongings. We do encourage them always take your valuables, take anything that you need while you're gone, chargers, jewelry, passports. Believe it or not, students can leave a lot of things, even their medicine. And yes, they only do get 2 days off from classes, but it is a 4-day weekend. And so encourage your students to plan accordingly. And so we'll move on. Your student has moved in, and they will receive a ton of information from us, but we always encourage them, as we've said earlier, keep an eye on the websites, keep an eye on social media, and you can always follow us on, I don't have Facebook or anything, but Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all those wonderful things. Pinterest, if you want to see what rooms look like, Pinterest has tons of pictures of actual rooms here at USF, the way students have decorated them, so you can always go there. You can always email us questions or give us a call. We are working typically 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, unless we have days off. And now I think we're going to be answering questions in the chat while we are waiting, but we're going to move this over onto, we have more time to answer questions, so let's see what we can answer. Can you pick up your ID card prior to move in on August 10th? I think that all depends if it's ready. I would definitely ask the ID card office whether or not that's possible. We don't always have students who live in the area to come and pick it up, but if you're in the area and you order early enough, you may be able to pick it up that early. Let me see, there's another question here about the September date to apply for housing. That would be for the spring only housing application. And so if you have questions about spring only housing, that application will be available beginning on September 1, and the room assignments will begin in late November for that process. Your student, if they completed a housing application for fall, they do not need to reapply for spring. That application will go through the spring. housing we just selected for fall goes through the spring session too. Yep, I just responded to that. If the student is transferring to Tampa in spring, is that September 1st? Yes. So let's say you were going from one campus to the other. Let's say you're living at St. Pete for the fall and you want to transfer to Tampa for the spring. You would complete the spring-only housing application for Tampa if you wanted to live on campus there, and vice versa if you want to go from Tampa to St. Pete. If you attend Summer B, do you have to reapply for fall housing again? That's an interesting question. If you're in the ACE program or the SSS program, you can do one application that is fall, summer, fall, and spring. But if you're in any other program, let's say you just do a Summer B housing application, you would, yes, need to do a fall, spring housing application as well. Oh, someone got their ID card already. Good job. Out-of-state freshman, how can we choose a roommate? He's going to be a bio major. There are, we've asked 6 basic questions on all the housing applications, and those questions are: do you smoke? Not that you can smoke in the building, but do you smoke? You actually can't smoke on either one of our campuses. Would you live with a smoker is our second question. Do you like your room cool? Are you a neat person? So mom, dads, if you're the ones doing the application for your student and you clean their room every week, that doesn't mean they are neat. That means you are neat. So please let your student answer that question. And then we asked, do you like your room cool? Obviously, cool, night person, those are very questionable questions. It's like, what is considered a night person? What is considered cool? Use your best judgment there because everybody's got a different opinion. And then finally, we ask, are you okay with living with a ESA or service animal? And we just want to make sure we know that in case you happen to have a service animal or so on. Let me go down the list. How will your student be notified if they have a roommate? I know Steven's responding to this post right now. He's quick, but your student should be able to, oh, actually, I didn't answer the roommate question. I should probably finish answering that. So we would encourage you to join the Facebook group that corresponds to your class year. So let's say you're an incoming FTIC or first time in college student and you're going to be a freshman. You're the class of 2025. Congratulations. And you can request to join that Facebook group. You can reach out and try to find a roommate on that group. It's only for students. Mom, dad, you can't join. We reserve this location just for our students. There are groups that parents and guardians can join, just not that group. And it's kind of a safe space for students to talk. There are staff members in the group, so we'll make sure that nothing notorious happens in those groups, but it's a great place to find people. But to try to really eliminate any of your doubts about roommates, 90 to 95% of all what the students now call as random roommates work out just fine. The important thing about any roommate pairing is that both people, or if there's more than 2 people, are willing to compromise, willing to listen, and willing to be flexible, because it cannot just be I walk into the room and it's my way or the highway. You can't do that with your roommate. It will not work if you're not willing to compromise. And so as long as compromise is in your vocabulary, you're going to have a great time with your roommate. We're not saying let your roommate run all over you. We're just saying compromise and talk it out. And if you've already decided you hate your roommate, if you haven't talked to them, there's no reason why you should hate your roommate yet. Reach out to them. We give the ability for you to see online through the housing portal who your roommate is, and if they've allowed us, we share their email address so you can reach out to them, maybe share phone numbers, and then maybe start talking to each other. And that's a thing we encourage everybody to do. You can ship your belongings to USF at the Tampa campus. However, please do not time them to arrive before you. We get about 30,000 packages at the Tampa campus in the first 3 weeks, and we don't have a warehouse to hold them all. And so we ask that you time them so that you can get to them when they do, when they get to us. And so That'll make everything a lot easier for everybody. Is it possible to apply for fall but not summer, even though we will start in the summer? You bet. You don't have to attend. We don't have a live-on requirement right now at the University of South Florida. And so if you don't want to live on campus for the summer, but you want to start for the fall, just make sure you do the fall spring. Don't do the summer and the fall spring. And so, yes, you can certainly do that. If you want specific roommates, how is that handled? And we're about to go to the dining, so I'll answer this one last question and then we'll answer all the rest in the chat. But you can form what we call a roommate group. That's at the Tampa campus, or if you're at the St. Pete campus, I'll let Stephen answer that one. But if you form a roommate group, then one person in your roommate group can select for all people. But at this time, I want to turn the mic over to our friends at Dining, and they're going to talk to you a little bit about how much wonderful food you can eat here at the University of South Florida.
Hi, Bowles. My name is Sydney, and I'm the marketing coordinator here for USF Dining, and I'm also joined by my colleague, Karina Falcone. Karina, you can introduce yourself.
Hi, guys. My name is Karina, and I am the registered dietitian with USF Dining, and also one of the food service managers here. I go around both Tampa and St. Pete campus, so you'll see me at both. I'm going to pass it back to Sydney to start our presentation.
So today we're going to be going through a tour of our USF Dining experience here at the Tampa and the St. Petersburg campus. And we will take it away. Okay. All right, so I wanted to cover a few cool facts about USF Dining to start us off. So one of the facts I would like to highlight is USF Dining has one of the lowest meal plan prices in the state of Florida. Your meal plan also can work on the Tampa campus and the St. Petersburg campus. So whether you attend classes on one or the other campus, you can use them at both locations. And then another cool highlight to mention is we have scored an A+ on the Vegan PETA report card for the past 5 years in a row. So we have a very vegan-friendly campus and dining options on campus. And then to start us off, I have here a map of our Tampa campus to show all of our dining locations on the USF Tampa campus. So to start us off, we have 2 residential dining halls on campus. One is called the Hub, and that is located in the Village. And then the other dining hall we have is called Juniper Dining, and that is located on the bottom level of the Juniper Poplar Dining Hall. And then outside of those 2 dining halls there are almost 30 dining locations for retail located all around our campus. So from Starbucks coffee shops to Chick-fil-A, Panda Express, BurgerFi, there's always a large variety of options for your student to choose to dine on when they're at the Tampa campus. And then moving on to our St. Petersburg campus, it's a little bit smaller of a location, but we actually just opened up our new residential dining hall at the first level of the Osprey Suites called the Nest. And the Nest it is an all-you-care-to-eat dining hall, and we have 8 dining options inside. So you can visit the pizza station and order a made-to-order pizza. You can visit our station called The Burger and build your own customized burger or chicken sandwich. And then we also have a special vegan station in there called Vegetable, and a new True Balance station if you have any dietary or allergy concerns. So that is located again at the first level of Osprey Suites. And then we also have 2 dining locations in the University Student Center in the middle of campus. That is our coffee shop called the Coral Cafe, and then another dining option called the Reef, which is home to 727 Eats, which is a Pod Market convenience store type to grab any snacks on the go right before you head out to class. And then also in LPH, we have another location called the Bull Market, which is home to one of our Starbucks We Proudly Serve coffee shops. And then before we talk about all the meal plan options we have on campus, I wanted to highlight some of the great benefits that come with having a meal plan when you are dining on campus. And one of our favorite ones to highlight is we have all you care to eat dining at a residential dining hall. So you never have to worry about balancing a budget out when you have your meal swipes that come with your meal plan. You swipe into our dining hall, and once you're in, it is all you care to eat at all of our stations. We have customizable healthy options at each of our dining locations on campus. So whether you follow specific dietary trend or dining habits, we have options for you. There's also no sales tax on any of our meal plans. That's a great benefit. And then we also have free consultations with our registered dietitian when you have a meal plan with us. And now let's break down what comes with your meal plan. So your meal plan is composed of meal swipes and dining dollars. Your meal swipes is what you will use to enter our all you care to eat dining halls, which is the Hub, Juniper, and the Nest at USF St. Pete. And then also along with your meal swipes, you get one meal swipe per day when you're on the Tampa campus called a flexible swipe. And you can use that at our hybrid dining location called Argos Exchange, which is home to 3 other dining options that you can use one meal swipe to get an entree and a beverage. And then aside from your meal swipes, you have dining dollars that come with your meal plan. And dining dollars are pretty much a debit card for food on campus. So your student ID is loaded with your dining dollars in your meal swipes, and you will use that to pay for items such as a coffee at Starbucks, a bagel at Panera, or a sandwich from Chick-fil-A. So everything you need for your meal plan is preloaded onto your USF ID card. And then now we're going to break into the 6 meal plan options that we have available for our students this fall. So there's a little difference between the St. Petersburg and the Tampa campus when it comes to the meal plan requirements. So we're going to start off with the Tampa explanation. So if you are a first-time in college student living on the USF Tampa campus, you have the option between the open access meal plan, the NE15 meal plan, and the Bull Block 175 meal plan. And if you are living off campus or you are an upperclassman on the Tampa campus, you can select any of the 6 meal plans shown on the screen, which includes the Bull Block 60, the Bull Block 32 with our Home Chef meal plan option, or just the regular Bull Block 32. So again, the mandatory meal plans for first-time and college students are the top 3 shown on the screen. And then if you are a student that is living on campus at the St. Petersburg campus, your meal plan requirement is to select between the open access, the NE15, and the Bull Block 175. And if you attend the USF St. Pete campus but live off campus, you have the option to choose between all 6 of the meal plans shown. And then I just want to explain our top 3 meal plans so you get a better understanding of how they work. So our most recommended and our best value meal plan is the open access meal plan, which gives you unlimited meal swipes into all of our residential dining halls. And you also receive $200 dining dollars per semester. And you also get 8 guest meal swipes to let a friend or family member swipe into the dining hall with you to dine. And then the NE15 meal plan is one of our weekly meal plans, which you get 15 meal swipes per week that reset every week. So after you run through the end of the week, and if you have like 2 or 3 meal swipes left, those will be cleared out, but then you'll be reset with a brand new set of 15 meal swipes. And this meal plan gives you $300 dining dollars to use per semester. So this plan averages if you dine around 2 to 3 meals a day. And then the Bull Block 175 meal plan gives you 175 meal swipes total per semester. So it's our block plan that gives you all your meals up front. And as you use them, they get deducted from your total count. So that plan averages to around 7 to 10 meal swipes per week. And this plan also comes with $300 dining dollars. And then if your student is attending USF Tampa or St. Pete over the summer, we do have meal plan options, and they are shown on the screen here. We have the open access and the Bull Block 75. So depending on if your student will be joining us over the summer, we do have meal plan options available for them. And those can be, you can sign up for those options through your housing application or by visiting our website to sign up for those. And then after you determine what meal plan is best fit for you, you can then select your meal plan. So there's two different sections of how you can sign up for a meal plan. The first option is signing up through your housing application, and then you would apply for housing. And then you can also sign up online at usfdining.com on our website. And if you sign up during the school year, if you haven't made a decision yet, you can sign up with one of our dining ambassadors on campus. We deploy them around all of our popular dining locations to help you make the best fit for dining. And then you can also just come visit us at the meal plan office on the Tampa campus, located right next to Bull's Pharmacy in the first level. Our office number is MSC 1502 in the Marshall Student Center. And then just some important information and dates we want to pass along about your meal plan. If you have already signed up for a meal plan and you want to make a change to your meal plan, you're absolutely allowed to do that. If you want to upgrade your meal plan, you're able to do that at any time by visiting our website, usfdining.com, and you'll click on the meal plan tab and then select the current semester you're trying to upgrade to, and then just follow through the portal and it will upgrade your meal plan. But if you would like to downgrade your meal plan, we allow this change to happen during the first week of each semester. So we will have an online form available. So please just come back to our website, usfdining.com, to check to see if the form is available to fill out to request a downgrade. And then there's also a few ways you can check the balance of your meal swipes and dining dollars. Your student can download the My USF mobile app, or they could visit us in the meal plan office and we can look up their information and let them know. And also their dining dollars total is always printed on the end of their receipt after any transaction at our dining locations, or your student can track their numbers on the Canvas dashboard. And then some more important fall dates. The fall meal plan will begin Thursday, August 19th, and it will end Friday, December 10th. So these dates match up exactly to your housing move-in schedule. So as soon as you move on campus, starting on the 19th, your meal plan will begin. And then your meal plan payment is due when your tuition is due. Most likely that will be Friday, August 27th. And if you do have the Build Florida prepaid tuition plans or any financial aid deferments, your meal plan payment will be due Friday, October 8th. And now I'm going to pass this off to Karina to speak a little bit about herself and her services.
Hi guys. Bear with me if you can't hear me so well. I'm sitting inside one of our dining halls. I'm at the Nest at St. Pete right now. So again, my name is Karina. I'm the registered dietitian with USF Dining. I am also one of the food service managers here on campus. I work at both campuses, Tampa and St. Pete. I try to get over to St. Pete at least once a week, so I'm very familiar with all of the staff at all our locations. I am mostly available for students as for consultations. I work a lot with students who have special dietary requests or requirements based on medical conditions, a lot of food allergies. We do have some stations that are catered toward people with food allergies. And you know, you might see me do a few tabling events and sampling events. Here's some pictures of me doing some of those sampling events. We have our produce of the month, a cooking demonstration every now and then. So kind of a jack of all trades when it comes to nutrition and dining on campus. If you want to go to the next slide. We have some resources available for our students, whether you live on campus or not, if you are a computer student as well. So we have the MyFitnessPal app is something you can download for those people who like to track their food and their fitness and their sleep and all that stuff. What's great about the MyFitnessPal is that they've partnered with Airmark, and any of the recipes that you find at our dining halls, you can find them in the food bank of MyFitnessPal, so it makes it really easy to log your food. We have lots of online access to our daily menus. If you want to check out what we have going on at the Nest today, you go to usfdining.com, choose your campus, choose your dining location, and you can see what we're offering for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We have our allergen zone kitchens I briefly mentioned. Our crowning jewel is our True Balance station. We have one at the Nest at St. Pete, we have one at the Hub at Tampa, and this is our allergen solution menu where all the recipes made at these stations are made without the top 8 food allergens. At our JP, our Juniper Dining Hall, we're revamping it this summer, and so they will also have an allergen solution station there too. We have a dietary restrictions process form on our website for those students who do have special dietary needs, that they are concerned that they can't use their meal plan on campus. We pride ourselves on being able to make any and every accommodation that we possibly can to make sure all of our students are eating healthy, delicious, nutritious meals. And so you use this form to give me more information about what you need and what you're looking for so that we can start that accommodation process. Also on our usfdining.com website. Free one-on-one consultations with our registered dietitian. So as long as you have a meal plan, those consultations are free. If you ever just have a quick question about dining on campus, even if you're not a meal plan holder, it's just a quick question, I can answer those for you too. We have vegetarian and vegan guide. Here, the picture on the right, you can see our vegetarian and vegan guide and our gluten solutions guide. These guides are your guides to eating on campus. If you are vegan, vegetarian, or can't eat gluten, they list every single location we have, as well as all the items that fit into that diet or lifestyle. And then there's always my blog, nutritionnook.com, nutrition-nook.com. And so on my blog, I post every week. I post something different, usually about produce of the month every month. We're all talking about special events going on, things like that. If you want to go to the next slide. So we have online ordering for some of our locations on campus. We do use Grubhub. You can download the app from the App Store, Google Play Store. We use Grubhub kiosks available at our Argos Exchange location and our Chick-fil-A location. So you just either order through the app, or when you get there to the kiosk, you can swipe your card, place your order. There is a 59-cent per order mobile ordering fee, 59 cents for every order. But the great thing about using this app is that we have some pretty awesome rewards. So you are automatically signed up when you shop at our locations, and you get points specifically at USF Dining locations to be able to redeem for some pretty great prizes. And then last but not least, for me anyway, we are always open to feedback. We love getting feedback from our students and our students' families, anybody that eats at USF Dining. We have multiple avenues for you to provide feedback. So the best way is always on site, right on the spot when you get there. If you have a question or a concern, you want to ask for a manager while you're there. Sometimes I'm there. I'd be happy to talk to you. But each of our dining locations always has a poster like this one in the middle. It says your dining team, and you can see who we are and what our contact info is. The manager on duty always has their phone available, so when you ask for the manager, they can see you right away. Then we have our Voice of the Consumer survey. These surveys we use to get more lengthy feedback. If you want to give us a 10, hopefully we're always looking for those 10 out of 10s. But if you had a great experience with someone that really went out of the way to help you, if you had a really great dish that day and you want to give feedback on that, this is the best way to let us know what you like and what you'd like to see more of. We also have feedback forums. Sometimes our managers have feedback nights where all of us are there and we walk around and we talk to you guys and ask you what you're liking and what you want to see changed. You can always email USF Dining, dining@usf.edu, or you can call our office. And My info is also on our website if you guys ever want to reach out to me personally. My phone number and email address are there too. I think that's it for me.
All right, and then the next slide we're going to be covering is our Ready for You, just to make sure you feel your student is safe when they come to campus to dine with us. So we have teamed up with our community partners here at USF, and we are all instilling safe practices to welcome our students back onto campus. We have 6 feet social distance marking throughout our dining halls, mask requirements at our dining locations, spaced out seating to reduce capacity, and daily health checks for all students when they take their COVID tracker survey. So we have more information about this on our website at usfdining.com if you would like to read up a little more on this. And then next, we have a new program we implemented called Treatables. We have this for our parents that they can send special treats to their students on campus, whether they're living on campus or if they're in isolation. So we have these little care packages you can order on our website at usfdining.com. So if you want to visit our site, you can read up and learn more there. And if you haven't had all your questions answered, USF Dining will be having our own virtual sessions to answer any of your questions you may have that are still lingering after this Q&A session. So we have our date shown on the screen for June 2nd, June 14th, July 15th, and August 10th. All you have to do is send us an email on what session you would like to attend, and we can send you the link. And then, as always, 53% of our employees on campus are students. So we love to have our students work at USF Dining, and there's a lot of great benefits that come with working on campus. We have flexible hours, a free meal every time you work. It's a great resume builder and leadership opportunities. So your student can apply at this link right here, tinyurl.com/USF Dining. And after all the session is over, you can visit our website, usfdining.com. We have a special orientation tab that you can view any of the information we went over. And I want to save us some time for Q&A. So I have some important dining contacts on the screen. If you have any questions, please feel free to send any of us on the screen an email, and we will start answering our questions. And thank you for listening to all of our presentations today. We appreciate it. So we are going to get into some questions. So you are always able to add dining dollars to your students' meal plan. If they run out, you're able to visit our website and select the meal plans and then add dining dollars, and you can add in increments of $25. And if you purchase in increments of $100 or more, we give you a 10% bonus to those dining dollars. So if you put 100 on a card, you actually get 110 put onto your student's ID. And for the cost of each of the meal plans, we're still finalizing our fall pricing, which should be available towards the end of May. So please visit our website to have updates on that. But they will generally be close to what our spring meal plan prices are, and that can be found on our website as well. And if you have any more questions, please feel free to send us an email at dining@usf.edu, and our team tracks that email daily so we can answer any questions that you may have. And then we see a question, can you pay for food and drinks at the dining halls if you don't have a meal plan? So yes, you're able to pay the door rate of our residential dining halls. It is more per swipe if you would pay at the door rate than the price of a meal plan, but we do offer door rates, and we do offer discounts if you pay using dining dollars at the door rates. And then you can also use cash, credit, or debit at our retail locations around campus. So you don't have to have a meal plan to get Starbucks or Panera on campus. You can use cash or card. And I see a question, if a student has a meal plan on the Tampa campus and they visit someone on the St. Petersburg campus, you're able to use your meal plan at both campuses. So they do work cross-functional. You can swipe into the Hub Dining Hall on the Tampa campus and then swipe into the Nest Dining Hall on the St. Petersburg campus. So they are cross-functional. So, and then a student or someone had a question about our flexible meal swipes. So that is an option available on our Tampa campus where your student can use one of their meal swipes per day at Argos Exchange. They can swipe it at our kiosks, and they can choose use either dining dollars or one meal swipe, and they can purchase an entree and a beverage. So at Flip Kitchen, we have made to order salads and flatbreads and wraps and smoothies, and you can pay for that using one meal swipe or using your dining dollars. So we have those kiosks that Karina mentioned earlier. That's how you can use your flexible meal swipe, and you get one per day. And flexible meal swipes are included with all of our meal plan options. So depending on what plan you pick, you're always able to have a flexible meal swipe. You just get one per day. Okay, and we can take one more question and then we can wrap it up, and we will be able to still answer the questions in the chat. Just waiting for them to come back up. You can use your meal swipes at our residential dining halls on campus. So that would be the Hub Dining Hall, Juniper Dining Hall, the Nest Dining Hall, and then one swipe per day at Argos Exchange.